All right, let's begin. So we're going to share some updates and things that, we are excited to sort of speak to you guys about. And the main thing, guys, is that, oh, God damn it, sorry. The main thing is we are also giving away points to people that attend this AMA and this town hall. As you guys know, we're going to keep doing this every 2 weeks, right? The reason why we missed last week was because we were launching Mahalend on Arbitrum, and that was a success. And I'm excited to see that protocol grow to bigger and bigger levels, right? So yeah, we have a few things we're going to share, and we're going to start one by one, going into this little deck that we have prepared for you guys, and then sort of go step by step. And feel free to leave your questions in the chat, and we will try our best to answer them, and yeah, take it from there. Okay, so starting off, we're gonna go with the first agenda, which is basically go through three different things today, guys. One is the community updates, right, that we have for you. Stuff that, is all around the community. That's you guys, what we're gonna do for you guys, what we have in plan. Would request Pooja and Ankita and Joshua here to also let me know if I've missed anything. Feel free to interrupt, and add any points that possibly that I might have missed, so that we can inform our community as well. But yeah, this is the agenda for today. We're going to go through community updates, product updates, share some marketing alphas with you guys, and then try and do some Q&As and then sort of take it from there.
Sounds great, Steve. I'm ready to get into it.
Ready to get into it. Fantastic. Dorian, I just love your energy every time. Is that vibe is so cool. So it's great to have you with us, right?
Thank you
All
for
right.
having me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, the first thing, guys, is Zealy partnership, right? So we're now integrated with Zealy, and our product, which was the Gifts of Eden, is now live. And a lot of you guys have been using this product to, gain points, and sort of be active within the community. I think it's fantastic to see the kind of engagement that we see in our Discord grow to a massive level. So I'll just run you down through what this looks like. And basically, it's a dashboard where people can sort of perform tasks like, for example, following MahaDAO on Twitter, joining our Discord, tweeting about, the campaign and things like that, shilling Maha to an influencer. So this is a fantastic tool that we have integrated with to sort of get more engagement within our community, right? So the way this works, guys, is that you kind of follow, join the Zealy campaign, and you get different points for doing different things. Like, for example, following MahaDAO, you get 25 points, right? Now, the more points you accumulate, these points then translate to different kinds of rewards and benefits that you will receive. Now, we're going to do a lot of fancy things, like we're going to give away, merchandise, Maha tokens, NFTs, to people that participate in this campaign. And this is going to be something that we're going to continue to launch, continue to develop more as we start growing our community into a bigger and bigger size, right? And over here, you guys can see the leaderboard. Some very common faces you can see here. Some of the people are even in this AMA today, so it's really cool to see all of you guys here. But you can see the leaderboard where all the people and their points and how much quest that they've done is visible here. And every, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks, right? We're gonna get. Is that right, Pooja? I think every two. Is it every month or every 2 or 3 weeks that we're giving out rewards?
We're
I think every month, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So every month, guys. Sorry, Doreen. Do you wanna say something?
I was gonna ask. Can you tell us what some of the rewards are?
Yeah, absolutely, right. So every month, guys, we're gonna look at all the people that have gotten the most points, people that are, engaging with MahaDAO and sort of being part of our awesome community, right? Even saying things like "Good morning" will start earning you points, right? If you're a person that says "Good morning" in our Discord, for example, will start to earn you different points, right? So for now, what we're doing as a pilot, we're giving away a few PS5s, few NFTs, couple of merch. Of course, one random person in this list gets, a book by Balaji Srinivasan, and in total, we're spending 3,000 Maha for this month's giveaway and rewards, right? So yeah, feel free to engage, and obviously the prizes will start to get more and more ludicrous as we start to grow our community to bigger and bigger sizes. So, yeah, this is something that we're excited for. This is what we envisioned when we launched Gifts of Eden, and when the Zealy team reached out to us, we sort of saw that they had a lot of things built already, but a few things missing. So we kind of integrated our bot or our Discord bot with Zealy, and now we have this awesome engagement platform for you guys to earn points, earn rewards from it, and grow with MahaDAO. So yeah, that's the community update. Dorian, you've been looking for
Yeah,
something like this, I believe, for some of your other projects as well, right?
yeah. For those who,
What do you,
go ahead.
yeah, what do you think, you know?
The progress of this thing has been absolutely insane, Stephen. There's if for those who don't know, I'm also involved in NFT communities, and one of the things that a lot of these communities are lacking is a social engagement platform like this, not only to automate certain processes, but to reward holders for participating within the ecosystem. And what you guys created is definitely top tier, and I think it was going to be integrated into a lot of different projects.
Yeah. Now, there's something really cool, guys, that I want to show you that essentially you get points for not just doing stuff on social media and also, stuff on, like for example, attending this AMA, guys, it'll give you 200 points, right? So not only do you get points for, participating, but you also get points for, this is sort of like work in progress, but you also get points for interacting with our products as well. So for example, if you supply, let's say, $5 of Earth or USDC in our lending protocol, and you submit like the transaction hash of that transaction, then you will also start to earn points as well, So we can extend this to a big level with, try to extend this to, even our products, integrating with our products as well. So I'm expecting to see a lot of users coming in, learning about MahaDAO, learning about our products, trying out different things for these points, and seeing growth from there.
Yeah, I think that this platform is definitely going to help with growth. It's hard for me not to see why people wouldn't use this platform, especially when you're like, oh, I was going to use Mahalend anyway. I might as well accumulate points along the way.
Yeah, and it's also a great way for new people to understand, more about MahaDAO and hear about things as well. So yeah, guys, this is the first update with respect to the community, that we have now a fantastic point system to, engage with you guys, grow our ship together, and sort of focus on, you guys and rewarding you guys for doing things like attending this AMA and things like that, right? So that's the first community update that we have to share with you guys. The second is our merch store. Now, we have had a successful campaign launch with the Bitcoin ordinals. I think when we launched People of Eden on the Bitcoin blockchain, we were sold out in one block. And the cash we raised was, close to $20,000. And those $20,000, guys, is now being deployed into our merchandise store, which allows us to do things like give free t-shirts, free coffee mugs, and things like that. So we're expecting sometime next week for this merchandise store to launch. And I'm a big fan of merch. I don't know, Dorian, what about you? Do you think merch?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of merch, like big fan of merch. I think if projects aren't doing merch, they're missing out on a major opportunity. I did have a question about the merch though. Is it going to be international?
Yep, so this is going to be international, and what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to give you all coupon codes to spend on the merch store. So for you guys, the shipping and the actual merch itself will be free, right? And this is only exclusively for our community. But basically, yes, it's gonna, it is gonna ship worldwide depending, I mean, there are two warehouses, one in Europe and the other in America. So depending on where you are in the world, the closest warehouse will ship you the different merch. And what you see here, guys, is the good morning coffee mug that we're going to be giving out to people that say good morning in our Discord 21 days in a row. So if you say good morning in our Discord 21 days in a row, you get a free coffee mug that says good morning, Maha. So, just a fantastic little piece to, for the people in our community. But this is just one amongst the many different designs and merchandise products that we have for our community. And of course, a lot of people that have staked, 1,000 Maha, 5,000 Maha, whatever ludicrous amounts of Maha on the governance portal for you guys. A lot of merch is going to be free, and this is one of the things that we want to do for you guys is show more love and give you guys free stuff along the way.
Yeah, there's nothing more I love than some free stuff, especially just for participating in the ecosystem. I'm like, how little downside is it? Like, you just contribute to hang out in the community, you get a whole bunch of free stuff. Like, it's only a net positive.
Yeah. All right. So fantastic. So now these are the community updates. Did I miss anything, guys? Pooja, Ankita, Joshua, anything that we have to discuss regarding the community side of things?
I think most of it is covered. We can now move on to talk about Mahalend. And yeah, that's it for now.
Okay, all right. So, guys, we're going to shift to the product side of things. And essentially, here we have a few updates here. And the first one is exciting is, of course, we've completed our audits right now. The audits that we've completed are for the Earth token. And fortunately, no critical bugs have been found. There have been a few bugs that have been found, but we passed them right away. And these are all bugs. These bugs don't really compromise the protocol or lose funds in any sort of way. And so we're excited that these audits have finished. We're awaiting the audits for the Maha governance and staking portal. And so that's something that, I think by the next week or so, the audit firm would give us the first draft for it. But we're very excited to share with you guys that we've completed the audits for Earth and underway and, completing the audits for our staking portal. We have one more firm that is working with us to give us an audit for Mahalend as well, and insurance for Mahalend. Now, we'll talk a bit more about insurance, but at this stage, we have closed roughly $100,000 of insurance. And this is fantastic because, audits plus insurance is a fantastic way for us to rebuild trust into our products and innovations so that we can, continue growing and scaling up from there. So this is something exciting. And yeah, you'll hear more about the insurance and the partner we are working with pretty soon. They're right now auditing. Yep. Sorry, go ahead.
A quick question on the Mahalend side of things. Will you be able to use your NFTs and take out a loan on that?
Yeah, NFT loans, right? So it's part of our roadmap, Dorian, for sure. At the moment, what we're doing is we're focusing on things that work, right? Now, Mahalend, I'm just going to get to that. Mahalend has worked fantastically. It's one of the smoothest products that we've had so far. It's one of our biggest products in terms of TVL as well. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and focus on things that work and work amazingly well, right? And with NFT lending and borrowing, it is a very interesting and a very new concept, but there are certain elements of risks as well involved with it because the NFT lending space is still new, right, Dorian? So and the liquidity is still for question, right? So I think what we're trying to do here is focus on things that are working and just double down on that, right? Given the the incidents and the security incidents we've had, I think it's much better that we take something that's less risky but works,
Nope, I completely agree with it.
Yeah, and so that's sort of where we are going with audits and insurance. So yeah, guys, these are the progress in terms of audits and what we've done with insurance. And this is something fantastic. We've had, of course, $200,000 of TVL in Mahalend. If you include obviously people that have borrowed and the total market size, it's some 400,000. But in terms of our launch, guys, we were, expecting maybe 50 to $100,000 of TVL for Mahalend just as phase one, right? Phase one is where we are right now for Mahalend, and this is our most successful product because this is a very easy to use product, and people just get it, right? They understand how to use Mahalend. It's very simple. Let me see if I can pop it open here. Um, yeah, it's really simple to use. There are, yields for supplying assets and borrowing assets, and pretty soon we're going to see Earth as well in Mahalend. But it's a fantastic, very simple product that just works. And so as the team, what we've decided is that, hey, if this thing is working, if this thing is growing, and if we can grow Earth and Maha and generate revenue for Maha token holders, then we should just double down, triple down on this one thing that works, right? So I'm excited to share, yes, that we had a successful launch on Mahalend, but we need to aim bigger, and that's where we are headed towards now, is to try and aim bigger with, possibly a 1 or 2 million TVL on Mahalend at the bare minimum, right? That's where we want to see this sort of grow. And at $10 million of TVL, Mahalend is profitable for the entire DAO. So while we do have enough cash to burn and have a runway of 2 years, at 10 million TVL we are profitable, and that's going to be a big breakthrough for MahaDAO. And the other thing, guys, is that we're also pursuing audits and insurance with Mahalend. We're working with different partners, Sushi Swap, as a lot of you guys are aware of. We're, of course, securing insurance with Sushi Swap, and a lot of these guys, they like the fact that we are getting insurance as well. And this TVL is without even the team adding liquidity. We have yet to add our own liquidity as well. So, I mean, this is fully community driven, and the people, you guys, most of you guys in this chat have provided liquidity to Mahalend. So it's really great to see your participation inside of this ecosystem. And yeah, and I'm excited to see where this kind of goes and takes over.
Same here, Stephen. Like, I think one of the most bullish cases for not only Maha but crypto overall is the DeFi, and being able to capture such a large market share already in the first couple of days on Arbitrum is extremely bullish. And for anybody who doesn't know, Arbitrum is probably the largest L2 out there on ETH that does some of the highest volume. So being able to get a footprint there is absolutely amazing.
Right. Joshua, do you want to talk a bit about the biz dev side of things that we're doing on Mahalend?
Hey, Steven. Sure. So guys, as Steven mentioned, with the success of Mahalend on Arbitrum, right? We as a team, we're looking into a lot of other chains, and with these chains come, different kinds of things that we're going to look into here, right? So I think the ETH market was incredibly saturated. We had a massive run at the start when we were able to work with the Polygon team. So we're going to apply the same strategy. Right now, we're already in touch with the ZK Sync team and the Arbitrum team as well. So we're going to be looking on how we can best collaborate and grow Mahalend as a product and generate revenue for our product as well, and start going on all of these chains. So we are looking into other chains as well. So given that Mahalend has first taken off in Arbitrum, obviously we're going to focus on this, solidify our standing. Just to give you guys a picture of the ones that we're talking to currently is Camelot. It's one of the most used decks, and apart from that is Sushi Swap, and we are planning the best way to tackle Curve and Lido as well. So yeah, that's a very brief update on what we have coming up for the BizDev activities and what Mahalend is going to start doing there. And yeah, with all of this taking off, obviously Arth as well as an asset is going to start taking off too. So that's the main thing that we want to see.
Yeah. Absolutely. So basically, the more growth we see on Mahalend, the more revenue for MahaDAO, the better price action we get. No bugs found on Mahalend, which is really great to see. and it's growing, which means that there is demand and there's something here that we can start expand and work upon. And as you know, guys, earth is going to be one of the assets you can not only take use as collateral, but you can also borrow on Mahalend. So in a way, Mahalend, this fantastic product that we have, becomes the centerpiece for growing our entire ecosystem. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this grows. We had, of course, a bug-free launch on Arbitrum, given that we have had a history with bugs. So, but this was thankfully one of those launches where there were no bugs and everything worked smoothly. So, excited to see that sort of happen. And I think there's more magic to sort of see here. Yeah. And the TVL guys, I was excited to see this. We're seeing our TVL kind of come back to the 1 million mark. If you include some of the 4-year stakers, I think we've already crossed the 1 million TVL mark. But it's fantastic to see, of course, the Mahalend protocol with our Mahalend, our Earth, our everything, right, is sort of starting to pick up steam. And this is the growth of Mahalend. Like it's I think it's one of the things that we should sort of see different ways of growing and collaborating with other projects. And I think Joshua and I can attest for this, but we have been speaking to a lot of dexes that just love the idea of Mahalend, that they could use their LP tokens, expand their leverage their yields and do lots of fancy magic with this platform. So yeah, I'm excited to see things coming back as the olden days. And our risk risk appetite is now very, very low. We're doing things to focus mostly on low risk items and trying to innovate with taking as little risk as possible, so that we can just focus on growing and doing things that work for us. So yeah, that's something we're very excited to share. And yeah, let's kind of continue on. We have something for all of you guys that are participating in MahaDAO, providing liquidity. So we have a new farming page that we're working on right now. So this is going to go live sometime next week. But what you see here is a little glimpse of how this page would look. So this, guys, is a simple one-page farming dashboard for anyone that is providing liquidity to MahaDAO. It'll be one place for you to claim all your rewards, manage your position, view your profit and loss with MahaDAO. So this is the one single farming page that we're working on, a very easy, easy to use page that will go live sometime next week. So anyone and everyone that is currently using MahaDAO, providing liquidity within the ecosystem, you will see your position here, and we can try to do you can withdraw, deposit. So let me see if I can show you how it works. You can see here, when you click on a pool, right in the same page itself, you can see the ability for you to deposit more assets, collect your rewards, withdraw assets, and things like that, right? So it's a fantastic one page platform for you to sort of manage your liquidity and positions within MahaDAO. And yeah, I think with the help of this tool, we should see more people coming in to provide liquidity into MahaDAO, and this is built so that we increase our TVL. So yeah, this is another product that we are working on, and it will launch sometime next week.
Yeah, this is great, Stephen. And the APRs there, those are some good APRs, guys. I mean, that's not anything to scoff at.
Yeah, the APRs, I mean, because MahaDAO is early stage, you have some ludicrous APRs here. And obviously, what our job is to make sure that with insurance and audits, we are able to, provide safety to these pools, right? But they do come with risks, and a lot of these risks are mentioned when you open the pages, right? So obviously, the pools with the most risk have the highest APRs, and the pools with the least risk have the lowest APR. So it's dependent on your risk appetite, how much you want to go in and out of these pools. So yeah, I'm excited to have this also come in. And yeah, as Joshua mentioned, we are doing partnerships, guys. This is fantastic. So we're getting the word out there that hey, guys, we have working products, we have working a working stablecoin, and things are moving. So we're right now speaking with Curve, SushiSwap, KyberSwap, Camelot, a lot of these guys already, and we have these partnerships lined up over the next couple of weeks. So pretty soon you're gonna see more recognition of MahaDAO, Arth, Mahalend. With these guys, people will start to know about us. People will start to farm inside our pools, right? So this is a lot of exciting updates that we're going to share with you guys, and I'm excited to let you guys know that most of our product development is complete, and it's now just building and growing, right? So yeah, Joshua, do you want to say anything on your side about this?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. But one thought, any of you guys in the community, if you're exposed to any specific ecosystem, you guys can drop me or Steven a message as well, and that you want collaborations with these people, and we're happy to look at those as well. So we're looking at chains, DeFi protocols, and anywhere that gives MahaDAO two things, either TVL recognition or growth opportunities. So yeah, that's about it, guys.
Fantastic. Thank you, Joshua. All right, so I think we have just a few slides left, right? So one is the marketing alpha. Okay, now this, guys, is an alpha, right? We cannot really, publicize this too much, right? But we have secured new influencers and new people to work with us to get the message out and get things moving out, right? So a lot of it would happen post consensus, which is the big event that's happening now, as a lot of people are aware of. But basically, guys, we're ready to get things started, right? With influencers back in the old days when, we had influencers talking about MahaDAO during the IDO season, right? So yeah, we can't obviously talk about a start date to this, right? But we are working with new set of people, and yeah, they do have some massive following, and they're excited to work with a very mature project like MahaDAO. So yeah, we're gonna start the marketing engine, and excited to see all of you guys that have been very patient with us, right? And I think I hear a lot of people complain about, hey, I need to wait for a project for to show some value in 1 month, 2 months is too long. But then really, there's nothing as loyal as our own community who have been with us for nearly 2 years. So
No, through thick and thin.
through the thick and thin, right? So guys, you guys have been with us for the longest period of time, and we really want to reward you guys for sticking with us and believing in us for this long, right? So happy to share that our moment is coming pretty soon. I think within this month itself. I mean, the next 30 days or so, this would start to come about. And the other aspect is that, yeah, some of the big influencers have already been closed, but we've not activated them because, we're just waiting for the consensus conference to get over, and people to then get back to their homes, and then, continue their daily lives, right? So a lot of people we are speaking to right now are in consensus. Unfortunately, we are here building, so we could not participate in consensus. But, I think post consent, the next year we would probably be in consensus. We might have a booth in consensus next year. So that's
Oh,
sort
that'd
of
be
where
great.
we are. Yeah. All right, guys. So, stay tuned for the noise that we're going to start to make. And yeah, you're going to start seeing some action next week.
So I got a couple questions from the chat, Stephen.
Mhm.
The first question is from but Burseek. They're like, what is your lowest TVL target?
So we wanted, Mahalend to hit $100,000. That was the minimum, and we were gonna supply liquidity ourselves. And it turns out one dude himself just put 100K. Um, so our minimum for phase one was just $100,000 a TVL. It's not a lot. It is just phase one to sort of get things moving and started, right? But what we saw surprised us. We saw a lot of people not just depositing collateral and assets into Mahalend, but we also saw people borrowing other assets as well. We saw people borrowing ETH, we saw people borrowing USDC, we saw people claiming rewards. So it was like an eye opener for us to see not just people supplying collateral, but people borrowing as well. And I think there is some massive growth that can be explored over there. So our target in the future is obviously, we want to see Mahalend at least holding $10 million of TVL. Obviously, we want Earth to have at least $1 million of TVL, right? And I think we're getting there with the growth that we're doing and the work that's happening on the biz dev side, with Curve, with Sushi Swap. We're also contemplating if we should, relaunch Mahalend or launch Mahalend on BAC chain as well. So a lot of these things are on the table, and this is our targets over the next 1 year. So very conservative. At the very minimum, 10 million TVL. That's our goal. But obviously, 2 or 3 years from now, Maha should have, $1 billion in TVL. That's our goal a few years from now. But who knows? Maybe we will hit it sooner than 2 or 3 years. I have no idea. But the engine is rolling, the engine is working, and I hope the growth continues to surprise us every now and then. So yeah.
Awesome, Stephen. Thank you for answering that. And another one from Radiohead. Are there any other networks you're thinking of expanding to?
Yeah, so we're right now speaking with the ZK Sync team. So all of the people, and a lot of people in our community are excited to see us integrate Mahalend into ZK Sync. And the issue with ZK Sync though is that ZK Sync has a few issues. Is that it's still experimental and it is still new, right? Now, ZK Sync, while we do want to experiment and do things differently, we don't want to take risks, and I think that's the issue with our previous launches and the previous experiments, is that we took way too much risk. Now, if MahaDAO can grow massively with taking as little risk as possible, I'm all in for that, right? I'm more pro for that, So ZK Sync, while they are fixing their issues, there are a few issues with ZK Sync. For example, Chainlink is not live on ZK Sync, and Chainlink is the backbone of a crypto project, and because of these sort of issues, right, we are just holding off on ZK Sync, just protecting our community and doing what is the most sensible for growth, right? And because guys, we don't want another another compromise on our TVL, right? I think that's gonna ruin the trust of our community a lot, right? So we want to make sure everything is safe and secure and insured, and before we jump into anything, right? So yeah, ZK Sync comes with those risks. So for that reason, we're just pausing on ZK Sync, but we're exploring, of course, MeetusDAO, of a lot of the other ZK networks. We're exploring a possibility to go and launch Mahalend on BAC chain. I know a lot of our community members, especially the ones that are from China, are active on the BAC network. So you will see some love and activity over there as well. And that's sort of a glimpse of what we're thinking right now.
Awesome. Thank you for being so thorough in answering that, Stephen. Does anybody have any more questions? Feel free to drop them in the chat. Or, I mean, we might even take you up on stage.
Yeah, so there are a few more questions. So essentially, let's take it from here. So PanX asks, as we can see, the staked Maha is on average 1.6 years. That means people are willing to stake them as long as it's safe in the short to mid-term. Have you ever considered changing the staking mechanism with more rewards in the short term? Not only 8% yearly, but with more rewards in the long term. With this way, maybe a staker can unstake some, sell some, etc., etc. Okay. All right. So basically, there is some incentives for people to stake for longer terms, right? And one of it is, Forward Protocol itself. Now, Forward Protocol is very close to launching. We can't tell the date. It's not within the next 1 or 2 months, but it is in a few months from now. And this is unofficial. But basically, we expect to see some pretty decent activity there, because Forward is going to launch on multiple exchanges, not just KuCoin. There are a few very big exchanges that are launching with Forward on the same day. So I think it's going to be an interesting one, and a lot of people have allocations still with forward. So, and we've kept a lot of people's allocation with forward. So there's a lot of incentives for being a 4-year staker, including obviously free merch. We're going to give you guys free coffee mugs, free t-shirts, if you stick a certain amount of Maha for more than 4 years. And guys, we want you to earn more passive income from Maha, right? And obviously, every revenue that all and every revenue that comes from MahaDAO goes back to the stakers, the Maha stakers, right? So you not only earn Maha, Scala, Forward, but you will also start earning ETH rewards as well, sushi rewards, all sorts of DeFi tokens as rewards that you can start to do things with. And the team is not taking any revenue because the team themselves, like we ourselves, are also staked with you guys. Like we don't take any special commission or any special cut. We believe that we should be as equal a participant as you guys in being staked with you guys and earning our share of the fee as being staked in the network. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of incentives, and as you can see, as our products grow, the revenues and fees will start to grow as well. Hope that answers your question, Panex. Philip asks, what about the ordinals? They should be sent out last Monday, right? So Philip, a lot of the ordinals have already been sent. If you have missed out on getting your Bitcoin ordinal, then please raise a support ticket and we would have it sent out to you right away. A lot of people have had issues and we have manually sent out their PFPs, Bitcoin PFPs. So just DM us and you should be eligible for that. Big Burner 49991 asks, what is the feedback from other protocol and exchanges about Arth? Are they watching Maha close? How is the interest? So I can tell you this, the interest with Mahalend has been over the chart. A lot of people look at this and they think like, oh, wow, this is really, really cool. A lot of people we speak to about Arth, they think that Arth has solved one of the biggest problems with fiat currencies out there, right? That you need a fiat currency that does not have an infinite supply of money, but at the same time is stable, unlike Bitcoin, right? So a lot of people want to use Bitcoin to, basically hold their wealth, but Bitcoin itself can go up or down. So Arth is that magic solution. So a lot of people, they look at Arth and they think, holy shit, this is amazing. This is something innovative and different, right? But it is too small, and that's where we are today, is that Arth as a concept is still in the early stages, and we need to grow ourselves into something like 1 million or 5 million in TVL. And that's when we start to get a lot of precedence in the space for creating something unique. One thing for sure is that we are speaking with Base, which is Coinbase's layer 2 blockchain, because Coinbase is specifically looking for flat coins, and Arth is amongst the top flat coins that they're considering. So yeah, there are a lot of interest for what we have done. And it's been 2 years, guys. 2 years, all of you guys have been with us in this journey, a lot of ups and downs and a lot of learnings along the way. Our journey is one of discovery, right? We find things, we learn from them, and we make things better, right? And I think the pivots we've had with Arth, first being as a, elastic coin, then it became a fractional coin with ArthX, then it became fully collateralized with ETH. We've gone through quite a journey, right? And today Arth is, doing its magic. And a lot of people think that, oh, wow, this is fantastic. This is innovation at its true heart, right? And they just want to see it grow bigger, and I think we are in that journey together to grow things bigger step by step. So yeah, that's sort of where we are in the perception of Arth, and yeah, but what other people think of Maha. And I think post consensus, as we start pushing for more influencers and more people and do more marketing, we are going to get more eyeballs into us. So yeah, that's going to be a good moment for us. And yeah. Abdul asks, what is the purpose of creating NFTs on the Bitcoin blockchain? So Abdul, the basic purpose is marketing. It gives us bragging rights to sort of talk about, having NFTs that are that are PF that have special access to a Discord. And then the other thing is that it also attracts the Bitcoin community to MahaDAO. So we got a few Bitcoiners that are now watching MahaDAO closely. They're in our chats actually, and these are people. Bitcoin has a lot of similarities with Earth. Bitcoin was created out of a need for an asset that is not as hard to move as gold, but is as scarce as gold, but is not as corruptible as the US dollar or most fiat currencies, right? So the narrative of Bitcoin and the narrative of MahaDAO has a lot of similarities, right? Because even for MahaDAO, we are creating something that is a threat to fiat, right? It's sort of something that is the best of Bitcoin and the best of fiat. If you use Earth today, and if you're storing your wealth in Earth, you would have appreciated by a factor of 8%, 7 or 8%, and that is magical to a lot of people, right? So why even hold fiat currencies for that nature? So the entire agenda of launching the ordinals or the Maha NFTs on Bitcoin was to attract the Bitcoin community into MahaDAO. And we set our mark because within the first block itself, it was sold out, and that's fantastic. One block is 10 minutes. And I think within 2 minutes itself of the block being created, the entire collection was sold out. So that means that there are people that are excited about, MahaDAO and think that there's something here that can happen. So as we grow bigger, I don't know, one of these NFTs could be worth a lot, and so I think it can be a fantastic return for our community. And a lot of you guys minted these NFTs for free, so it's again giving back to you guys, free NFTs and things like that. So hope that answers your question, Abdul. Philip asks, what is the status in Venezuela? There wasn't an update since a long time. So we've sort of slowed down on a lot of the regional on the ground action because Earth right now is too small to sort of put into the hands of these people. We need to build Earth to 5-10 million in TVL and then sort of get our hands on the ground and being used. A lot of infrastructure still needs to be built, like things like credit cards, on ramp, off ramp. So we faced a lot of issues in setting up the infrastructure, and there is infrastructure already in place, but for them, Earth is too small right now. So basically, we are still working on trying to get the Earth to a bigger scale, and then we can restart our engagement activities on the ground. And yeah, that's sort of the update on the different geographies. Smokey asks, by the way, Smokey, a lot of love to you. You're fantastic on Twitter. We love seeing your posts as well. He asked, do we have a lot of German community members? So we do, Smokey. So a lot of the people in the German diaspora, if you're a German speaking national, if ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch as myself, yeah. And if you're a German national or if you speak German, feel free to hang out in the German channel in our Discord. And Smokey is the guy that's running it, and feel free to be a part of something together, and let's try and see if we can make a meetup in Germany itself. And if possible, if I can attend myself as well. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Smokey. Big Burner asks again, will the main advertising or marketing phase start now? Yes, and we've secured some new influencers that we will start working with sometime next week or so, post the consensus conference. So yeah. Let's try to ask anything else. Do we think we get Mando back on board? So probably not. I think we're going to try and get new people to work with us. AL's 500 asks, can you leak how many followers has the biggest influencer who will promote us? So the one that we're closing has more than 150,000 followers on Twitter. And, there are influencers with 30,000 followers. There are influencers with, 150,000 followers. There are YouTubers as well. There's one YouTuber that we're trying to close. We can't let their names out because obviously they are, working very closely with us. But more than 100,000 followers. What else do we need? And yeah, that's going to be interesting. I think just two or three more questions we can ask. One is, Smokey asked again, do we have Maha ledgers and hoodies? So we definitely have hoodies. We don't have ledgers because the merchant we're working with does not have ledgers. But we can give you,
And
yeah, I
and
mean, we
even
should do
then,
that.
it's like, yo, you should always just be buying your ledger directly from the thing. Like, that's just like I love I love Maha, and it's just like a general safety thing. Just buy your ledger from the website. Don't buy it off of any secondhand marketplace.
Yeah, but it's a good idea, I mean, like you
It
can have
is,
Maha
but
ledgers.
I
but
think in the future we can actually do a collaboration with Ledger itself. That's not going to be too
Yeah.
hard.
yes, there we go. There we go. Yep.
Okay, all right. So let's not suggest very expensive ideas here,
Yes.
but we can definitely. I think for the 4 year takers, we can definitely do Maha ledgers and give it to them for sure. Um, and I think there's one more thing, guys, that we have to talk about, which is the community spotlight. Pooja, I really apologize. I missed this part. Do you want to touch upon that? The 4 or 5 people that we have selected as the community spotlight that we want to showcase today?
Yes, absolutely. And let me actually just let the community know that Community Spotlight is something that we are introducing this AMA, but we will be doing that every other AMA that we do. We're going to have Community Spotlight. This is just a section where we, basically appreciate people who have constantly been engaging with us, who have, been there talking to the community, helping the community out. And we really want you guys to know that we appreciate you. We're so happy that you are with us in this journey. So we do have 5 community people from the community this time who are in the spotlight. And so I'm just going to name them, and these people will actually receive Maha's merch. They'll also be receiving 100 XP. So I'm pretty sure that this is really exciting. So these people are, I'm actually making it really, like surprising and kind of like building the momentum.
You're
But
doing a great job. I can't.
yes,
I'm
right.
hoping it's me, Pooja.
Thank you, guys. It's my first time.
You're
But
doing great.
okay, so is it? You are one of the first spotlighters here. You get Mahamach, and you also get 100 XP on Zealy. So that's going to be interesting. Then we
Yeah, we
have
all we all love Izzet. He's fantastic. I
Isaac
mean,
is
that energy is needed. Like we need a lot of amazing positive energy, and I think it's fantastic to. I would love for all of you guys to have that vibe, because we are all about positivity and building something that could change the world. So really appreciate your time, Izzet, and yeah, let's get the others.
absolutely. Yeah, and we have a road for Reddit on our chat if we get to see this. You guys are amazing, like even talking about all these spotlighters, just appreciating them. That's great. Second one, we have Seb GME. I am not sure how to pronounce that. But
Sebastian. Ha ha ha.
yes, so that's our second spotlighter this AMA. Thank you again for communicating, for engaging, for being such a brilliant and amazing part of MahaDAO. Third is Smokey Joe.
Yay,
Smokey Joe,
Hey,
Smokey. There we
Smokey.
go.
that's great. Smokey Joe, we all know he's always been, engaging, and he's always been an amazing community member. So yeah, you also get merch, and you also get 100 XP. The fourth one is CR Vinch,
Yep,
CRVNS.
Philip. Yep, yeah, Philip.
And well, congratulations. And the fifth one is Radiohead. So, Radiohead, you just talked about it, and here we go. We have you. just receiving merch, Maha merch and 100 XP. So all these 5 people get Maha merch and 100 XP on Zealy. And people who haven't gotten the chance to be in community spotlight this week, don't worry. We have more such AMAs coming. We'll always have you guys, in the spotlight. So I'm excited for you guys to keep engaging on Zealy, because you guys, this is one of the I feel like one of the most interesting gamified process on MahaDAO, and it really helps the community get to where we want to, one, and then secondly, just the engagement. So any sort of things that we do, just an engagement on that part, and if you guys help us engage with these quests, it basically gives you rewards and it makes us happy. So it's a two-way street, you guys. Let's do it. Let's really have Maha for life going on.
Mahalend, yeah.
You are great. You're gonna put me out of a job if you keep it up.
Hey, I'm happy with my job, Dorian. I'm really happy.
Yeah. So, guys, a lot of love to and everyone here. A lot of love to you guys for sticking for so long. Obviously, the journey with Maha is very different. It's not your typical crypto project. A lot of you guys have been with us for ages, and I really appreciate you guys. And it's also our responsibility to make sure that we grow this entire ship without taking much risk, and sort of keep on the growth and keep on the positivity. And I'm hoping that one day MahaDAO becomes so big that we actually start to really change nations or shift their opinions about Earth and what we're doing here. So again, thank you all for the wonderful time. And I hope you all enjoyed the AMA. I hope you all enjoyed the updates. I think there were a lot of positive updates that we had shared. And we're gonna keep doing more and more exciting stuff for you guys. And yeah, if there's any other comments, feel free to reach out to us on Discord. I think that's the best way for us to reach out, to listen to your comments, and we take it from there.
Thanks, Stephen. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Pooja, you're awesome. That was great community highlight, and I'm looking forward to the next one.